Good morning! Welcome back to another vlog. I'm currently standing by the radiator. It's a bit cold outside, it's a bit windy, but I'm heading out in the garden. I'm just trying to muster the courage and I'll go change into my old clothes, I think. And we've got a couple of jobs to do in the garden, and then at the end of the week, my brother, sister-in-law and 2 children are coming to stay, so I'm going to sort the house out and get organised for them coming. I think I'm going to do like a mac and cheese and some salad and stuff for dinner, and then I think we're going to go and see the seals. There's seals close by at Newborough Beach, so we're going to take them down and show them. And then something really exciting's happening. I'll maybe explain later, but stay tuned. Something really cool, but it requires me to clean the Range Rover, which anyone who's got 2 children and doesn't keep a clean car will understand how much work that's going to be. But it'll be worth it, not only because I'll have a clean and tidy car, but also because something really cool's happening. I love this sort of thing. So yeah, stay tuned and you'll get to see what that is in a little while, because it's happening in 4 days, 5 days. So I can't wait to share it with you. Right, let's go out in the garden. I need to get some motivation. Oh, it's just so cozy next to this radiator. I just want to stay here and not go outside, but I need to get these jobs done because it's fast. The year is really quickly passing by and I need to get jobs done in the garden or I'll regret it. I will, so I need to do it. Right, let's go. It is so windy today. I'm round the front of the house. I'm planting these directly into the soil. Yeah, my nails are definitely, I've given up on them now, getting covered in soil. But I planted these indoors last year in February, but you can sow them outdoors from April to July. So I'm just sowing them directly into here. They sort of trail. Last year I did exactly the same with exactly the same seeds. You can hear the children playing football around in the front garden. So I just planted them into this one already. I need to touch up the paint on this. And I've just covered it with some compost. And then I'm going to do the same with this one. You can see the soil's a bit hard and it's actually that colour because I fed the buxus balls and they've grown a lot since feeding them. You can see the colour and the shape of them. They're looking really good. The bit that we did before those come out with weeds, so I'm going to have to get that done again. But you can see that my snowdrops have died off, which means the ones that I have pegged out in the forest area, I pegged out sections for taking out so that I knew where they were, because last year I couldn't find them once the white flowers had gone, and I'm going to put them along here so that we have a display of white snowdrops during the snowdrop season rather than just one clump. So I need to go and do that as well. But for now I'm just going to put these, spread them around here, and then it says to bury them 0.5 centimetres. Yeah, the bottom one there, the outdoor planting, 0.5 centimetres deep in flowering location. So yeah, look at my nails. This is going to be a bath job tonight and a scrub, and I'll need to take them off now that the wedding's done. But yeah, I'm going to go and put those in there, and they're just lovely. They sort of trail over the side and they give a beautiful white flower and a lovely scent at the front door. So that is my plan for this year. And you heard the other pot rattling around in the wind. I've got a pot of compost to put on top, just give it a little bit more feeding and to help with growing, and then I'll go give them a water.
Say something like you love me and make my day, like you always do, like you always do. Hold my hand and look me in the eye so I can tell you how I feel, tell you how I feel. Every day is something new. If I spend it with you, with you, with you. Oh, I want you right now, and I need you right now, you right now. My world is spinning round, round, around. Oh, I want you now.
That was just a lovely couple of days. It was just so nice catching up. We took them to the seals and loads of sales, which is really good. And now I'm away to go and clean out the Range Rover. So what happened was there was a person who posted on one of our local pages asking for a Range Rover style vehicle and to get in touch. So loads of my friends tagged me and went, Lynn, what about you? Because they know how much I love my Range Rover and I like the old style. I'm really fussy. Our car is the youngest of the old style, so it's the last one we can get. And then I like the boxiness, like the old traditional Range Rover, like what they should be, what they were like when we were growing up. What I used to love in a Range Rover was my dream car, and they've changed it now and it doesn't look as good. I'm sorry, but that's just my opinion. Everyone's allowed their own opinions. But I love the old style Range Rover. So I messaged and said, oh, well, the Range Rover that we have is the old style, is an overfinch, so it has been pimped out a little bit because they were looking for like a wrap, gangsta style Range Rover. Loads of people apparently replied and he had loads of cars lined up, and then the person who was doing the singing, rapping, the artist, had a baby the weekend that they were going to be doing it. The baby came early, so they postponed it to this weekend, and unfortunately everyone who was supposed to come couldn't make it, so it's only us. So they're very thankful that we're able to go. So I need to go and clean it out. It's a total mess. It's the last job on my list. It's one of those things, you jump in the car, you think, oh, I need to clean it. You get home, you take in what you need to take into the house, and everything else gets left. So it's a total mess. So I need to clean it, hoover it out to get it looking nice, take the car seats out. We're going to drive along in Steve's car, myself and the children, so that we can watch it, but also that Steve has somewhere to sit, because it could be hours, and it allows him to stay cozy because it's not the warmest this weekend. So at least he can sit in the car and stay nice and warm while we watch it. And we're going to pick up a McDonald's on the way as well. I'm going to sit and eat that. So I'm really excited. Like, I know it sounds like not a big deal, but I find this sort of thing really exciting. I don't know if anyone else finds this, but it's really cool. You know, I just think it's awesome. It's going to be in a music video. I think that's really awesome. So I am going to go and do that just now. Oh, what a thought. But it'll be worth it because in the car will be really nice, and I'll be proud of my little baby car in the music video, which will be good. So I'm going to go into that right now. And then tomorrow myself and one of my besties, Louise, are going to be having a little picky lunch here. Well, the men take the two older boys to Aberdeen football game. So they're going to do that, and then we're going to meet them at Brewdog for a nice lovely dinner, which will be really nice tomorrow, to finish off the weekend, and then it's back to Monday again. And it's a countdown to the summer holidays now, so I've got a lot of things I need to get done, which, let's face it, I'm not going to get them done. I always have lists. I never get them done. But at least the intention is there, which is always a good thing. So yeah, so that'll be a really nice weekend. Yeah, and then on Monday I'm meeting up for like an afternoon tea with my bestie Katie. So it'll be a really nice couple of days, getting some catching up, and then I think the rest of the week, I've not got much planned for the rest of the week. So yeah, so it should be quite a nice weekend. And Mondays are always nice to meet people. I love meeting people on a Monday, because Monday's nice to have something planned, because Mondays can be quite a down day, especially when the children go to school. I miss them. So it's quite nice to have something booked in for Monday to look forward to. So, right, I'm totally procrastinating now, am I? I really need to go and clean this car. I would just rather stay here and speak to you guys the whole time. I think you get a bit bored if you just saw my face and me chatting the whole time though. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now, because if I get it done, it's done. And then that's it, ready for the shoot. Right, I'm going. I promise, I'm going now. I'm going right now. How cool is this? So the Range Rover has been borrowed for a music video, and we've just come and sat, we're sitting in Steve's car eating a McDonald's. We're watching them filming. How awesome is this? And so cool, they want Steve's car as well, so we're now sitting outside eating our McDonald's, watching them. Pretty cool though. What a shame, the guy had like loads of cars lined up, and then everyone cancelled when they changed the date.
Spinning round, round, around. Oh, I want you now, now, now. My world is spinning round, round, round. And I want you now, and I want you now, and I want you now. spinning round, round, around. Oh, I want you now, now, now. My world is spinning round, round, round. And I want you now, and I want you now. My world is spinning round, round.
Hello and welcome back to a new vlog. I have just been to pick some bluebells and I am heading off to the Coffee Apothecary, and I need to meet up with the new Mrs. Duff to have a cuppa and a cake. Sun's coming out, isn't this just lovely? So I'm going to head off. I'm running late. I'm always running late. I'm going to head off just now though, and I will speak to you all later. So I've actually arrived 1 minute early. I'm never early, but I've arrived earlier than I thought I would, so that's good. Good to know how much time I need to leave to get back for the children. Kate's on her way. She's running a bit late. I'm the queen of running late, so I appreciate when people are running late. In fact, it makes me feel less stressed knowing that they're running late. But I'm sitting outside the Coffee Apothecary and the sun is shining. I'm wearing like cozy jumper vibes because I am in my Converse, but it was so overcast and cloudy this morning and it was quite cold, so I put on cozy clothes, but I might be a bit warm. But I'm looking forward to a cup of tea, and I'm hoping they've got like a cream scone. Just fancy a scone, cream and jam. Yes, it's been a little while since I've done some vlogging. I did a little bit in the greenhouse, but that, you know, like welcome back to a vlog sort of thing. But I decided to just scratch that because I literally didn't film anything else for the next 5 days. So I've just scrapped that one. I'm starting again. But I've been in the greenhouse. I've got it all cleared out. I need to give it a proper clean, and before I start potting things up properly. The seedlings are still in their, yeah, the seedlings are still in their little pots. So before I pot them on into bigger pots, I need to give the greenhouse a proper thorough clean. But I did a little bit of sorting out, which is good. Got rid of loads of stuff that had been sitting there, like broken pots. I mean, I don't know why I thought keeping broken pots was a good idea, but I've recycled some. And the children can use the rest in like their mud kitchen thing, so that's fine. And I had to replant all my cucumbers because there's something which I think is a snail, because it's leaving a trail, eating my plants, but I can't find it. So I've gone back in today thinking I'd sort of, with clearing everything, that I'd save it, but no, it's attacked one of my other plants, so I'm gonna have to try and figure it out. But oh, I think that's Katie now. Is that Katie now? No, it's not Katie. It's an old man in the same car. I have got my glasses on as well. But yeah, so I need to also get some acetone to take my nails off. They're ridiculous and they're horrible, but this is the only place that I'm going. The rest of the time, I'm just going to be in the garden. I did my ironing today because it was overcast. So I got all my ironing done and up to date. I was in at the flat yesterday doing the Airbnb setup. This month's really busy for the Airbnb. So often I get long sort of lets, 2 weeks, a week, a month. And they're great, but obviously you make more money if you've got more short-term lets, because the longer they stay, the more of a discount I give them. So this month I've got 4 short-term ones. So it does mean that the bookings are spaced out, but it means I'm in a lot more. So I was in the flat yesterday, but it does allow you to make more money, if that makes sense, because there's shorter bookings. So there's pros and cons to it. This month's actually okay. I've kept on top of it. I've got another 2 bookings to go, so we will see how I get on. So I've been doing that. I've been in the garden. I've ordered some more farmergracy bulbs. They arrived yesterday. No, arrived on Sunday. No, arrived on Saturday by courier. Try to get my days right. I was like, it wasn't Sunday, but yeah, they arrived on Saturday, and they've just been sitting in the vestibule. It's quite cold in there, so hopefully they'll be okay, and then I'll get them planted out. So they are summer bulbs. I got them in the sale, so I waited. Oh, I have to show you. Did you see my tulips in that clip? I don't know if you could see them in that clip. My tulips have come out. Oh, and they're beautiful, because remember I said in the previous one I maybe put some more colour in, because everything's so spread out. So that's like a purpley pink, which is like my favourite colour. And then we've got the purple muscari, which you can sort of see. I need to spread that out because that was there previously. So I didn't know where it would all come out. So I need to move the clumps of that once they finish flowering. So I'll need to do that. But they're like a pinky purple tulip. And then there's like a greeny white tulip as well. Oh, they're beautiful. I'll give you a close up of them either when I go back or when I'm in the garden tomorrow. So they are looking beautiful. And obviously every year they'll duplicate and multiply, so eventually, and also the Bux's balls will grow bigger, so eventually it should look really nice. But I love it as it is now. It just feels so good having like a border that looks kind of manicured compared to the rest of the garden, which is so wild. So yes, I'll be in the garden doing that. I've got some of those bulbs to plant. They are actually bulbs for my summer cutting garden. So obviously you saw me cutting my bluebells, and then at the beginning of spring I've always got daffodils. They're at the tail end now. We've got a few of the white ones. They're not called daffodils, but they look like daffodils, white with a yellow trumpet. So they're still on the go. The yellow ones, as you saw in that clip, they're sort of dying off. That was like a sea of yellow before. So I like to have things to cut throughout the year, and so obviously we've got the daffodils, then the bluebells, and then I bought these bulbs to put into what will be my cutting garden. I've left it quite wild. I've also in there, I've also already got some alliums, which I'll be able to cut as well. What else have I added in there? Oh, quite a few things. I will go through what I've put in when I'm out putting these bulbs in. So I bought them in the sale. So like, for example, people buy them, like the tulips, back in August to plant them ready for the winter. I bought those ones in October, so they were discounted, and then planted them up in like the November. And then because we don't get the spring as early as some places, they were still perfect for this year. For the next, for when the spring came and it started to get warmer. And then the bulbs I got just now were also in the sale from farmergracy, and I bought them. They should have really been planted sort of February, March, but because we are later, we're not warmed up yet, we're starting to get warmed up now, then I should be able to plant them this week or next week, and then hopefully they will be like my summer bulbs. And because I'm hoping, I might leave them this year and not cut them, because I want to obviously allow the bulbs a chance to establish. But then I'm hoping that eventually that'll become a sea of cutting. Like I can cut, there's already quite a few flowers in there that I can cut, but I'm hoping that I'll be able to make it into a proper cutting garden, so I can make bouquets of flowers for my friends or for the house, bring the outside in. So I'm looking forward to that. So yeah, so that's the plan this week. I've got a pantry to sort out as well. I bought the stuff back, well, when was my vlog? Was it August last year or something? It's been sitting in the spare room ever since. Yeah, it's a bit of a thought. So I've got that to do. I've got the greenhouse to obviously tackle, and then I've got the garden furniture to sand down and seal, as well as the children's playhouse. So I want to do all of that before the children break for summer break, which is only in like 6 weeks. So I've got a lot to do, but I'll bring you all along with me. Right, I'm going to head off now, because when Katie comes, I'll be jumping off. So I will say now, I'll say, yes, I'll jump off now and I'll say bye, and I will speak to you all later. Probably tomorrow, because tonight is picking Grace up from school, going to her diving lesson, and then she's got brownies. So, and Bartley doesn't have cubs tonight, so that's quite good. But yeah, it's a bit of a rush on a Tuesday night, so I might not speak to you again tonight, but I will speak to you again.
The world is spinning round, 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 and I want you now, and I want you now.
Good morning. It is not overcast today. It is a beautiful sunny day. And I am just loving all the blossoms in the garden, but what's making my heart so full right now is look what's opened up literally in the last 2 days. I mean, oh my word, it is so much nicer than I even imagined it could look. How beautiful are these farmergracy tulips? I mean, wow. I went for the pinky purple, and then the greeny white. I didn't want to go for pure white. I wanted sort of like a greeny white, and it is exactly what it's supposed to be. And the white mascara is coming up, but look at them in the sunshine. And then obviously eventually these will be really big, and then these will obviously multiply, but oh my word, how beautiful does it look? I can't believe it's as nice as it is. I hope it's coming across on camera, because I am just in love with it. Look at the sun shining through them. And the heads are massive. I mean, that's my hand. It's massive. Oh no, I've actually just broken that one. No, I'm gonna cry. Oh, it serves me right for being so rough. I thought they were gonna be, oh no. I've put it back. Oh, that's so devastating. Well, it means I can take it inside. You know, it's a broken flower, it can come inside. I'm just blown away by them. I'm gutted by breaking that one though. Absolutely gutted. How beautiful are they? Aren't they just stunning? Like, oh my word. So much better than I could have imagined when I was planning it out. Oh, I'm just over the moon with them. These were here before. I need to spread them out a bit more. There's quite a big clump there, but can you imagine having that sort of spread over as well? Oh, they're just gorgeous. Absolutely stunning. And the sun shining through them. It's a little bit windy, but it's a warm wind. Oh, I wish you could see how nice they are. I hope it's coming across because I am just in love. Gutted about breaking that one. But oh, that sort of thing happens, doesn't it? But isn't this just stunning? Blossom tree overlooking the, I don't know if you can see it there, overhanging the drive. And then this is what it looks like coming up the drive. I mean, oh, I'm just in love. Yeah, don't even look at that border. I haven't even started doing it yet, even though I've got all the plants for it. But yeah, I think today is a day of being in the garden. I've been doing the Airbnb stuff this morning. I've just got a little bit more of that to do, and then I get to come outside for the rest of the afternoon. Oh, I'm just in love with it. Absolutely in love with it. We did have a couple of casualties during football. So, I mean, really, it's not a big deal. It's going to happen, considering that the football net is right there. I'm willing to risk it. I'm willing to risk it for the beautiful display that this is giving me. I mean, the height of this one, excuse my painting Crocs, but it's up to my knee. There's my knee. It's up to here. I mean, oh my word. I'm blown away. I'm not going to touch this one because I'm scared about breaking it, but look at it. Look at the size. There's my hand. I mean, wow, wow, wow. Oh, just unbelievable. Absolutely stunning. I'm blown away. I mean, in this one, we've got 4 heads. You know, 4, there's like 4 heads in that one location. I'm just delighted. And some flies having a bit of fun. Oh, I'm just in love with it. Oh, yeah. I need to stop going on about my tulips, but I'm just over the moon. Absolutely over the moon with them. I've got some more bulbs which I'll show you that came from Farmer Gracie. I'll open them up and show you them today. But another little minute to admire my beautiful border. Obviously, it'll be a few years before these are the size that I'm hoping for. You can imagine I've left a big enough space for them to grow quite big. But for now, I'm just in love with it. Grass needs another cut. So that'll hopefully be this weekend's task. If the weather is nice, although it's forecast rain at the moment, but that could shift. We'll wait and see. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So I've had a little bit of lunch. I was doing the Airbnb stuff this morning, so that took a while, towels and making up the little welcome packs and things. That's all done. And my reward is to come out to the greenhouse. I need to tackle this ivy. It's kind of encroaching on the glass, which reduces the amount of light coming in, although it is very, very pretty when you see it trailing across, but it's on the glass, so I need to deal with that. But that's an outside job. Today, I need to tackle the green up here to treat it so that I can then get these seedlings all planted out into these big buckets. Although something is eating my cucumber. I had a whole tray of cucumber plants, tiny little cucumber plants. They've all been slothed off. It looks like a snail, but there's no snails. I can't find it. So I'm going to clean this whole area and hope that I find the culprit and release it into the wild. And not to eat my little seedlings. So I've still got loads of tomatoes though. They've come up really nicely and they're ready to go into the big pots. I look back and I was so much further on this time last year. I don't know what's delayed me this year. I've got no excuse. Maybe the weather's not been as nice. I don't know. But I have an order from Farmer Gracie, which is under my water bottle. So I'm going to open that with you now. I'm going to prop you up against one of my sunflower seeds, sunflower plant pots, of which the culprit has been eating as well. But we've saved a few. So this box arrived. Let me move my watering can. This is arrived from Farmer Gracie. So I usually wait. Now the Farmer Gracie bulbs, as you saw, are phenomenal. They're really good. I bought those in the sale last year. I think most people would buy them like in the August time. I bought them in October. Planted them November, December? It must have been November time. Got them all in the bed then, when the weather was still nice. And then they had a winter where they were obviously, they get that cold snap of being in the ground, and then they come up in the spring. So you saw my crocuses were early spring, my tulips are late spring. These bulbs are summer bulbs. Now most people would plant these in February time this is a bit late, which is why I got these in the sale. However, our summer is quite late. We're only starting to warm up now. So compared to like the south of England, I think we'll be okay. So I'm gonna open these up and see what I've ordered. But I'm loving farmergracy. I think it's the guarantee of good bulbs. I think that's the other thing. Like I have bought some alliums from Aldi, which are in my cut flower garden. I'll show you it. It's a bit of a mess just next to daffodils have all gone. I haven't pruned them back. We tend to leave all the daffodils, you know, like in the main areas, because there's so many of them. We wait till the end of the season, about end of August, September time, and then we trim the whole lot. Usually there's lots of wild grasses by that point as well. We trim everything down before any animals are hibernating and such like, and before the leaves drop from the trees, so we can get that sort of cleared. And that has worked well for the last 9 years. In the borders, we just tend to leave them, and then they sort of mulch down. But because that's going to be my cut flower garden, it's like a border that was a beautiful rockery. I've left it kind of go wild because the bees love it here. I'll show you, I'll take you out and show you. I'm going to plant these into there so that eventually I'll be able to cut a beautiful bouquet. Maybe not this year, because by the time the bulb's established, I'll probably leave them a couple of years. But I should have alliums, I should have, well, let's find out because I can't actually remember. Oh, there's a little honeybee that's stuck. Let me open the window for you. Here, look, up here. Oh, up here, out. Yay, we saved a honeybee. Okay, so in the farmergracy box, it comes like this. And inside, it's always so nicely presented. It comes with a little booklet, and usually inside it has, little information booklets, general info. This is on dahlias for planting. But what I have ordered in this pack are some allium, moly allium. I'll just show you them all. In fact, I'll come closer and I can show you each thing, make it easier. So there's this, which is allium moly, maybe, allium moly. Then I've also got some ranunculus. Thought they'd be nice, some pink ones. Ignore my nails because I have been doing some gardening in here already. So some pink ranunculus. I've also ordered some Stratio Bianco, which I'm guessing is white. They're also ranunculus. I've also done some ranunculus elegance, which are Malva. If I can find pictures of all of these, I'll put them on the screen as I'm showing you them. I've got some anemones, some Bianco Centro Nero. So planting time, autumn or spring. So we're quite late spring. So I'm going to plant them now in the hope that they'll be okay. They're all autumn, spring planting. Now these ones are hostas. I've got a hands up hosta. Now these are more like a ground cover. We've got a lot of hostas in the garden already, but these ones I think were quite good for there's quite a few of these. 1, 2, 3 hostas. And the reason I bought those was I thought it'd be really good for, it says spring planting for these as well. So I thought they'd be really good for flower arranging, you know, for putting the leaves. So I thought they would be really nice for doing for flower arranging. And I'm going to put all of these in the border as well. These ones are I don't know how to pronounce it. Convaleria. I'm guessing it's Spanish, so it would be Majalias or Majalias. I don't know. But again, I'll try and put photos if I can. And I think this whole box cost me £50, but it was normally it would be like 100 and something, but I got them, as I say, in the sale. And then that's the same as that one. And these are all spring planting, so obviously we're a bit late in spring. We're still in May though, so for us this is normal springtime for us. I've got some dahlias, some Thomas Edison dahlias, which are also lovely and a bunch of flowers for cutting. And I've got another pack of those. I've got a dahlia called Franz Kafka there. And they are all spring planting as well. And then that's the same one. And that's the same one as well. And another Thomas Edison. So they will be beautiful. So I'm going to read that booklet that came with it, and then I'm going to head out and plant these into the the flower cutting garden, but I'm going to show you them first. I'll pop these back in, I'll take it out, and I will show you which area I'm talking about. But what I'll do is I will take, this is the exactly, it was £54.80 is what I paid in those. If you want to take a screenshot, those are the things that I ordered. That's probably easier, and then you can have a look online and see, and that's the quantities that I ordered as well. Right, it's also lovely, and with the pack it also comes with some beautiful postcards. Usually of the flowers that you've bought, so I've got an anemones and a ranunculus booklet, and then this is some beautiful postcards, which would be lovely in a frame really, wouldn't they, in the greenhouse. Right, I'll show you where I am planting them. So this is going to be my flower cutting garden. I've got some bluebells. You saw this before with loads of daffodils. You can see how many there are when you see here. There's a beautiful, I need to do a picture of this when this comes up this time. It's a lovely dainty pink flower, kind of like a daisy, but it's not a daisy. Beautiful. I think someone gave me the name of this last year and I can't remember. It grows up here. It's quite tall, so it kind of gives the edge of a border. It's obviously part of the rockery. And then we've got these beautiful Japanese flowering cherry plants, which were in here before we moved in. So we've got 1, 2, 3 of those. There would have been a 4th one here. And as you can see, I have transferred some of my peonies, which are flowering, which is great, because I was unsure if I would get flowers this year after moving them. But I did everything they said to do, which was wait till they finish flowering and then move them. And they've got another few here. Look at the size of this one. It's going to flower beautifully as well. Yeah, so what was I saying? Yes, I've moved them from where this section here, which will end up being a patio. So I transferred them to sort of save them. And I'm doing it in stages. There's a few more to transfer from that area there as well. This would have been a 4th Japanese Japanese cherry flowering blossom trees, but it obviously must have died before we moved in. So what I did was I bought, I've left these labels on so I could show you. Oh, hello butterfly. Hello. The wildlife in the garden is just phenomenal this time of year. It's just like everything's waking up. So I got these in Aldi. I've got a spring clematis. Clematis or clematis, I don't know how to pronounce that. I hear so many different people saying it different ways. But it was only $4.99 and I went for a white one. And also the flower's gone on this now. But when I bought it, it had one of these beautiful large flowers. It was like the size of a dinner plate. It was amazing. It's a hybrid clematis. And I mixed the two together because eventually I want to run this up here, and then you'll see it's an old gate. I want to run this up and then sort of over a structure and back down. That's my plan. So I bought them this year to establish. I always put the cart before the horse because I bought those. I don't have the structure. So I'm hoping to rebuild this wall. This wall's sort of fallen down. So rebuild that section here so it kind of looks like this because it's fallen down. And then this is to give you a location. This is beside the beautiful. Remember how much this was flowered and blossomed when we were doing the water for the bird bath. Can you remember that? It was like a beautiful sea of pink. They've all sort of died off now. You can see the flowers have sort of gone. It's amazing how this garden just changes. There's still some red blossoms on this one. But I just find it so fascinating how much the garden changes over the time, just in the space of a couple of months. So yeah, so that's the location there. And then, don't even look at this bit. I need to tackle that and get all my things planted out. This is all last year's stuff. So I need to turn that over and get all my seedlings from inside the greenhouse outside. But now that the weather's nice, you don't mind spending time outside. But for now, I'm going to go and plant these bulbs. I should have maybe done it earlier because this is now completely covered in ground cover. But I'm going to go and plant the bulbs into this section here. And then I've got a few trees to pull out, which have sprouted up in the wrong place. I need to do them out. And then this will eventually, work in progress, got to use your imagination, but this will eventually be my flower cutting garden. Obviously I won't be cutting my peonies, but they'll be like my standard plant here. But eventually this will be a sea of flowers that I can cut, along with some grasses and things. It's just a nice little wildlife sort of haven with the beautiful cherry trees there. Just beautiful. Right, I'm going to start tackling that just now. So a little bit of a false start because it advises you to soak them for 2 to 3 hours before planting. And also I realised these ones are actually my lily of the valley and they're for the front door. I will show you where I'm going to be planting those. They're supposed to be in shade or partial shade. Sorry, shade or part shade, which is perfect for the front of the house because it doesn't get as much sun apart from in the morning. And the same with, I planted these, the purple hostas, and then realised they're also full shade or partial shade. So they will be perfect at the front as well. So I'm going to plant them beside the, what do you call it, the hydrangea bushes. I'm going to plant them beside there, and then the white lily of the valley are going to go beside my, I'll take you around and I'll show you where I'm going to put them. So I can plant those just now. The other bulbs I'll need to soak. So I'll take them inside and I will soak them probably tomorrow morning. I'll get them soaked and then get them planted in the morning before I head in to do the Airbnb. So it should all work out. And if not, I've got Friday as well. So we've got time. We've definitely got time. Right, I'll take you around the front and I'll show you where I'm planting these. So I'm not sure if you remember, we had the big plants in here that had overgrown. So there's some little beautiful little plants in here that match my buxus balls at the front door, which I've also put some seeds in here that haven't, oh, they have. They've started to germinate, like, see, little bits there, all the way around. So that is great news. So I'll need to give them a water as well. So it kind of matches there. This, I did have a row of bulbs here, but they've been dug out by animals. So they haven't survived, but this is the area that I thought I could put some lily of the valley. It used to be my granny's favourite flower. So I thought I'd put them into these 2 borders. So that's what these are. And then the hostas I'm going to put here. Can you believe that I weeded all this and cleared all this out at the start of spring? And look at it already. So I'll have to reweed this and then put the hostas in here because this is very shaded, as you can see. So that's the laundry room down there. So yeah, so if I get all this clear and then I'll plant the 2 hostas into here, then that'll give, I can still come in and pick here. And the hydrangeas were kind of cut right back because they were, oh, they were up to here. They were ridiculous. This one hasn't survived as well as this one. This one's come back and it's the perfect size, just the right sort of height. We've got some beautiful new blooms coming in, but that was 2 years ago. It's recovered. This one hasn't. I maybe was a bit harsh on this one, but it'll come back. I've just got to be patient. There's definitely, obviously, life to it, and it's got a few flowers. It's just going to take a little. Oh, it's got some damage. Got some damage on these leaves. I'll take them off. But yeah, I've just got to be patient and hope that life does come back to the bits that are looking less than good, but these will grow up and fill the gaps. I've just got to be patient. It was far too big. I mean, I had to be severe. I should have been severe long before I was. This one's the perfect size, so I just got to wait for this one because they're beautiful balls of blue flowers, bluey purple flowers. So I'm going to go and tackle that just now and get these planted into this space at the moment. Halfway through that video I'd changed my mind. I was going to do 2 big clumps, and then I thought if they're going to spread, I may as well spread it out. So I've got them all spread over here and here, and then I've got some bark that I'm going to put down just to make it look nice. I usually put a weed membrane down, but because there's loads of little bulbs in here, I don't really want to do that because then I'll lose those. So I'm going to go and put some bark in this section and this section, and then that'll be it done, and hopefully they develop into some beautiful white lily of the valleys. Grandpa's in his element. I'm going to sit on more. So I've been in the greenhouse all morning, hoovering it. I've still got loads more to do, but I came in and put these in about 10 o'clock this morning. These are the ranunculus, and we've got striato bianco, so white ones, white pink I think it says, yeah, white pink ones. These ones are pink as well, and these ones are purple. So they've got to soak for 3 to 12 hours. And then these ones here, the anemone ones, have to soak for 3 hours. So I'll leave them till about 2 o'clock, and then I'll go and plant them. So I'm going to go and do some more in the greenhouse just now and then get these planted up into bunches. They've got to be 10 centimetres apart, but I'm just going to randomly put them over the flower cutting bed, and then that means that there'll be a wide variety of colours, I'm hoping, when they eventually come out. Can't wait. These look really weird. They're like little claws, and you've got to place them with the claws downwards into the soil. And then obviously the flower will come from this bit here. So this bit's the bit you plant into the soil. So yeah, exciting. I've never done these before, so this will be really interesting. But Farmer Gracie hasn't let me down before, as you saw by my beautiful display of tulips. So yeah. So before I go and get the tubers that are soaking, I thought I'd show you what these look like. So you saw that I had 3 of these. It says 1 at the top, which is really quite good. It tells you how many are in each bag. And this is what one looks like, this size. Excuse my nails, they're coming off tonight during movie night. Yeah, this is what it looks like. So I'm away to go and bury this. I've never planted one of these before, but these will be nice dahlias. These ones are a purple colour. And you've got to plant them in the spring, so I'm a bit late, but we're getting there. I've planted 2 already, so this is my last one, and then I'll get on with my alliums, and then these are the same. They're just a 1 as well, and I think because they're dahlias as well, they're just a different colour. They'll be exactly the same as what the other one is. This is a pink colour, so I'm going to spread them out so that it's nicely spread in here. You can see I put 1 here, I've got another one over here, and then this should hopefully be a sea of flowers over the years. Obviously we've got the peonies situated all the way along as well. So yeah, this should turn out. I've started deadheading the daffodils, but that's a job for another day because I need to get these planted. But listen to the birds, just listen. It's just lovely. A little bit of wind, but not too bad. It's just the most peaceful place to be on a Friday afternoon. Oh my word, I've just noticed the first blossoms are out in Grace's tree now. Grace's tree, I'm sure I mentioned this before in my vlog, during the storms in December got split in half. So for their christening we did a tree where everyone, it was obviously a lot smaller than this, everyone wrote a message and tied it onto the tree for Grace, and look, it started to blossom. It is the most beautiful tree once it's out in full blossom. Grace's is white, Bartley's I think is pink. That's Bartley's one there. So yeah, typical. The only 2 trees in the garden that I actually really care about, and it's split in half, but we've tied it right up, and it seems to be getting a water supply to both sides, because when you look up, the leaves are doing fine on both sides. We just have to leave it like that for a couple of years and hope that it goes back together. You can drill through and put like bars through it to try and get it to really set, but I'm hoping this will do the job. But how exciting is that the blossoms are out? These are always later in the year compared to the one on the drive that you saw in my reel on Instagram. If you head over to Instagram you'll see it. That was done yesterday, so you'll be able to see how it's blossomed. But oh, isn't that just beautiful? Look, oh, Grace will be so excited when she comes home from school and she realises it's out in blossom. Oh my word, they're just stunning. It's like a pinky white. Oh, it's just beautiful. She is going to be so excited with that when she comes home. That'll be the first thing I tell her to go and do when she comes out of the car. Say, go and look in the garden and see what you can see. Bartley's one's not quite there yet, but it obviously has a massive array of blossoms as well when it does come out. But yeah, I will try and post an update when they do, but I've still got all of this sort to tackle. Loads to do, but there's a whole summer to do it in. And I get to spend my days here. Dad cut the grass yesterday. It is looking so good this year compared to how it's been the last couple of years. So yeah, this got completely ruined in the storms. And potentially because I overcut it last year. Could be a mix of both, but we'll go with the storms. We'll just blame the storms for everything. Down in the forest section just now, just because look how beautiful this is. Oh, this is where we have our campfire, but it's a sunken area and I fancy turning this into a pond and then moving our campfire area up to here. So they're just so beautiful. Oh, you just sit here for hours. I should have taken a cup of tea down. I just did a search to see what these are, because these are the white daffodils that I was talking about, which I didn't think were daffodils, but I've just done a picture of this. I use that app all the time now in the garden. And they are a daffodil. I'll put on the screen here what they are. They're like a white daffodil, but how beautiful are they? Just the next section. They come out a lot later. You see how all the other daffodils that were here before, you can see all the dead heads there, they're all gone, and these are just coming up now. They're really, the reason I came down here was actually because the children and I, when the snowdrops were out, I want to move sections of snowdrops up to the border up beside the house. So we pegged out in here, we pegged out where the white snowdrops were, so that once they'd finished flowering, we could dig them up. I can't find them. They're in here somewhere. I've got about 5 or 6 patches that we're going to dig up. And can I find the stakes that we put in? The children and I put stakes in like around the 4 corners of it so that we could pick it out. And I can't find it. So that'll be something for the children and I to do one day after school, is for them to find where we pegged them out. And then I can dig them up and move them up towards the house. But isn't this just like the nicest picture? Oh, it's just lovely. Anyway, I'm going to go and do the school run now. All the bulbs are planted, all the tubers are planted, and it's forecast rain overnight tonight, so that should be good. That'll give them a good water, although I did water them in. And yeah, I am looking a total state, but I'm going to have a nice bath tonight, take my nails off during movie night, and then have a soak in the tub later for Friday night chill. I hope everyone has a good Friday night. I hope you're up to some nice things this weekend. We have got a rugby festival, a birthday party, and a football tournament. No, a football game, rugby tournament, birthday party. So yeah, it's all go for us, but exciting. It's good to have plans at the weekend, isn't it? Sometimes everything happens for a reason. I broke this one, and then I got to take it inside, and this one was a casualty. And I would never have had them inside. I would never have cut them from there and taken them in. So sometimes everything happens for a reason, without realising the reason. The tags, I was so gutted when I actually broke it. Dinner tonight. Got some salmon in the bottom, a little bit of honey, a little bit of soy sauce, and a little bit of fish sauce, all sort of drizzled over the top. Cherry tomatoes, because Barclay's favourite thing is baked cherry tomatoes in with this. So he's added as many as he would like, and I'm going to get a couple of them, I think. And then some asparagus spears and some tender stem broccoli. So I'm going to pop that in the oven with some tin foil over the top. And that'll go in for about 35-ish minutes at 200. And then I'm going to serve it. You serve it with noodles, serve it with rice, but I'm going to be serving this with mashed potatoes, and I'm going to make them like lemon with spring onion mashed potatoes, just because I've got some potatoes to use up. So I'm going to do that just now. But yeah, this gives a lovely, lovely sticky sauce as well, which is always a good thing. You can take off the tin foil to make the sauce even stickier if you wish, before the end of the cooking time. But this is definitely a family favourite and a really simple one. You just shove it all in and don't have to do too much work, which is always a good thing when you've got other things to lay out before the evening activities tonight, and hopefully the rain goes off before they start. And just like that, the sun has come out. What a weird day. It's been raining, as you can see by the puddles on the driveway, and it's been sunny. It's just so strange. I'm actually going to walk down and show you why I love walking through the garden. I'm going to go and walk through and show you the walk through the driveway just now. So hopefully the birds will be singing a lovely song as you get to hear it. We're still not out of the storm, but look at those dark clouds, and then there's blue sky with the clouds on that side. It's a bit windy, but I'm going to go and start at the other end of the drive and then walk down and show you why I love this walk in the garden so very, very much. I mean, wow.
Gonna stay in this moment.
say earlier that there's lemon juice in here as well, but that's in. I could leave it a bit longer to make the sauce a bit thicker, but we're about to have it with potatoes, so the potatoes will soak it up. I've done some chives and some lemon juice in with the potatoes, but I'm also going to go and cut some spring onion just now to put on the very top. And that's us just about to go and enjoy our dinner before the start of the evening activities. And it's parents' evening tonight, so it's a busy one. So it's nice to have this really simple meal to shove in the oven and then enjoy, nice and healthy as well, which is always good. I always cook extra, whether it is for freezing in batches in the freezer. I just don't see the point in cutting 1 onion when I can cut 5. But look how much I've got left over for my lunch tomorrow. So I'm going to pop that in the fridge and I get to enjoy that. It's always so much better the next day as well. It marinades in like the sauce and this gets thicker and oh, it's just going to taste delicious. So I'm going to pop that into the fridge and that'll be my lunch for tomorrow. So the children have made Daddy a welcome home sign because he's been away with work. But now we are going to relax and enjoy a little bit of time together. And I will see you in the next vlog. Love you lots, bye.
Oh, I'm coming home to you.